So I just finished my workout and I decided to use the clothing optional jacuzzi at my gym. So I thought there was nobody else in the locker room. So I'm walking in and I have my towel just like over my shoulder. Nothing's covered. And I open the door and there's two guys sitting in the jacuzzi and I know both of them. So I'm standing there a little bit embarrassed that I'm literally have everything hanging out with just my towel hanging over my shoulder. And I'm like, what's up, boys? How's it going? And I go sit down in the jacuzzi with them. So one of these guys is gay. He's been there before. I've worked out with him. The other guy is straight, but I know that he's like curious because his friend has told me he's curious. Now, my gay friend has a boyfriend, so he's off the table. But this guy who's curious, I think he's pretty freaking cute. And you know me, I'm a fan of a curious guy. But it's kind of hard to hit on a curious guy when your friend is sitting right there. So I'm like, that's fine. I'll just hang out with these guys. So I'm just sitting in there chatting with them. The jets are off. You can see everything. So we're sitting there chatting and we're talking about like different workouts that we did that day, what beaches we like to go to. We were like, oh, we should all go to the beach together sometime. Shit like that, right? Then they started asking me about my TikToks and social media. And I told them that I've been kind of switching it up and doing some like story time TikToks, Exhibit A, what you're watching right now. And they asked me what some of the stories were, and I told them, I was like, well, a lot of these stories have actually been coming from the locker room at my gym, from all the frickin' curious guys who come in here. So they asked me to tell them one of my stories, and I'm down, but I'm pretty hot from sitting in the jacuzzi at this point. Like, I'm overheated, plus there's a curious guy sitting there. So I decide to sit up on the side of the jacuzzi where things are more visible. So I'm sitting there on the side of the jacuzzi telling them about this, like, guy that I totally thought was straight, that ended up definitely not being, but has a girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. You can see the other story on my page if you want to see that one. And I noticed that as I'm sitting there telling this story, the curious guy starts kind of like adjusting his leg to cover certain things from my view. So I'm pretty sure that he thinks this story's pretty exciting. He doesn't really want everybody to know that he thinks it's exciting, so he's covering up. So at this point, a fourth guy walks in and kind of ruins everything. So all of us got up and took a shower. We went back to the locker room changing area. So the curious guy and I are talking, and he was talking about doing a workout together at this point. So we swapped phone numbers, and I couldn't really wait. So I got home and I ended up texting him that night. I asked him if he wanted to go get a drink. He responded like 2 hours later and said that he was already home and really tired. So I said, no worries. I was like, hit me up if you want to go another time or if you want to do a workout together sometime. And he never responded. So this is new to me. I don't really know what to do now. So advice, please. Do I try texting him again? Do I keep hitting on him when I see him? Or should I just play it cool?